Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into the world of Portuguese water dogs. Now, here's a breed that sounds like it should be starring in its own action film. The Portuguese Water Dog, Aquatic Avenger, and the names we give these dogs? Oh, they're just as grandiose as their titles. Let's talk about it. The heroic names. First off, let's discuss names that make your Portuguese water dog sound like a legendary hero. You know, names like Hercules or Zeus. It's as if we're expecting them to go on epic quests or save the world from impending doom. Hercules, fetch the ball. It's time to vanquish the evil forces of the backyard. I mean, these are dogs, folks. They're not exactly out there slaying dragons or lifting boulders. They're more likely to be tangled in their leash or barking at the neighbor's cat. But by naming them after ancient gods or mythical heroes, we're adding a touch of grandeur to their otherwise ordinary lives. The maritime monikers. Now, since Portuguese water dogs have a bit of a nautical vibe, we've got names like Captain or Nautilus. It's like we're ready to set sail on the high seas with these fur-coated first mates. Imagine calling your dog Captain and then watching them prance around like they're the undisputed rulers of the living room. It's endearing, really, but also a bit absurd. Our dogs might be great swimmers, but let's face it, they're probably not charting oceanic voyages or plotting course corrections. Still, Captain does have a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Just don't be surprised if they start barking orders at you. The aristocratic approach. Then we've got the names that make our Portuguese water dogs sound like they're straight out of a royal lineage. Names like Sir Reginald or Lady Penelope seem to suggest that your dog has a lineage that includes kings and queens of the canine world. These names give off an air of sophistication and refinement. Picture this, your dog lounging on a plush pillow, looking down their nose at anyone who dares approach. Oh, you've come to see Lady Penelope? Well, she's rather busy ruling the backyard at the moment. It's a charming fantasy, but it's also a bit of a laugh when you remember they're likely just rolling in something they shouldn't. The trendy picks. We can't forget the trendy names like Milo or Luna, which are all the rage these days. These names sound like they're fresh off the latest pop culture trend. Every time you call Milo, you half expect the dog to burst into song or perform some trendy dance move. Luna might be a name that sounds mystical and otherworldly, but in reality, it's just another cute name for a dog that spends most of its time trying to chew on the furniture. It's like we're trying to make our dogs fit into the latest social media craze. Look at my Portuguese water dog, Luna. Isn't she just the trendiest? It's endearing, but let's not kid ourselves. Our dogs are just trying to figure out how to get treats. The practical names. Lastly, let's touch on the practical names like Rover or Buddy. These are the names that are straightforward and down to earth. They don't try to dress up the dog's persona, they just call it like it is. Rover, come here, or hey buddy, time for a walk. There's something refreshing about these names. They're unpretentious and practical, acknowledging that at the end of the day, the dog is just a dog regardless of how grand the name might be. There's no need for elaborate titles when a simple buddy will do. So there you have it, folks. The 10 best names for Portuguese water dogs run the gamut from heroic and maritime to aristocratic and trendy, with a few practical options thrown in for good measure. It's all part of the fun of owning a dog. We dress them up with names that elevate their everyday antics to something extraordinary. But let's not forget, no matter what we name them, whether it's Captain or Buddy, they're still just dogs. They're going to be loyal, playful, and probably a bit mischievous. They might not be saving the world or ruling over kingdoms, but they sure know how to make our lives a little brighter and a whole lot more entertaining. So, choose your dog's name wisely. But remember, no matter how grand or simple it may be, it's the love and companionship that truly make the name special.